Hey yo, what's up? Future me, digital me, virtual me, uh, forever me. I ate some sandwich last night, man. I could not sleep because I don't know what happened. I think I pulled some kind of back muscle and it's kicking. As I always say, when my back is hurting, my back needs a backiotomy. Yeah, I'm gonna try and take a nap later because I did not get enough sleep last night because of this shit. Today I'm going to try and make an entire video about one thing that I barely mentioned. I mentioned briefly. This video is called Fixing the Biggest Problem in the World. This problem has plagued humanity uh, forever. And damn, I need more alcohol. Alcohol spray. Oh, the problem is the dumbs of the world. We're getting closer and closer to being able to fix the problem. Thanks to uh, knowing about genes and then having CRISPR. Once we finally understand some more, see, the back is kicking. Now it's happening like in a different place, so just gonna have to fucking work it out. The best way to work it out is just to sleep, but can't sleep because it hurts. Anyways, genes, CRISPR. So yeah, we're gonna have to, you know, find a better gene editing tech, a better way to edit genes and um, the entire uh, growth process from prenatal, birth, all that stuff, um, fertilization, that sort of thing. Um, and hopefully, the existing population. But in order to do that, you're going to need a lot more data on a lot more people's brains because we need to figure out the difference in functioning of certain people's brains and their genes and their experience and the environment they lived in, and we need to subtract out all the incongruities, whatever. Smart people understand what I'm saying. Dumb people will have no idea what I'm talking about. So if you're like, huh, what's going on? Yeah, don't worry. The other smart people will understand what's going on. You're gonna have to plot that. AI will fucking help with it a lot. Supposing the AI that comes up is decent. So if we ever achieve an artificial general intelligence or something that is decent at analyzing genes, gene progression, and animal, particularly mammalian development in utero and after birth, and in ecosystems like the Earth, and in population and in environments, all that good stuff. I suppose drug companies are working on that because they want to develop nice drugs, nice and cheap, so that they can, instead of spending billions of dollars on a drug, spend maybe millions and make a lot of money, and then they'll be like, wow, before this, we made $20 billion. Now, because we screw Americans out of not having free health care for everyone, instead of $20 billion, we make $150 billion and just give it to our shareholders, which are not American populations, but like 4 people. It's like, yay, you're super duper rich. And the research lab guys that developed it are still making maybe $150,000 to $500,000 a year. Maybe the head guy got some stock as a bonus. His whole 10,000 shares. Class C, or whatever the lowest quality is, which is like you just earn dividends. You have no voting power or anything like that. You can trade them though. Maybe you don't even get to earn dividends. I don't know. You have to be able to earn dividends. Otherwise, there's no point in getting stock. Yeah, that's why I say get in the pods. You know, and then maybe once we have a nice, stable, predictably stable next version. I don't mean a beta. I don't mean a B09 or a B.8 or a B9 or a B991. I mean a V1 version 1.2. You know, not the version that the company says is all right, but a version that, you know, like the EU is okay with, because the American version is not something you want to trust. And maybe we can begin rollout of the de-stupidification. Also, before we try it, we can have the beta crew double check everything, because, you know, they're all going to be super Newtons. A whole crew of people with, based on the current IQ bell curve, the, standard deviation of like 5, a group of like 10,000 people just looking at us like, wow, those are some chimpanzees. We're like, everything checks out. You can join us over here. Stop being dumb with your dumb selves. And, all your dumbness. Like I said, get in the pod. And then all that's left of humanity will be, the religious people. And as time draws on, as humanity goes out and starts exploring the stars, the religious people will be like, well, we've found a planet that we think we want to go and make our own and start our own planet. And that is how humans on Earth came to be. We are the product and the progeny of the idiots, the idiot humans from somewhere else in the galaxy. Yeah. So aliens that are looking over come in here and be like, yeah, honey, yeah. That's those people. That's what we used to be. Yeah. Yeah. All that time ago. Those are those people, yeah, that believed in that wacky thing. See how they keep getting almost killed off because they refused to jump in the pod? Let that be a lesson to you. That's why we study. Now, what galaxy should we visit next? I want to go to the good universe. We were just there. We're going to a different galaxy right now. We can go to the fun universe next millennia. I don't want to wait for next millennia. Too bad. You have to learn. Okay, Mom. See, by now, they live essentially forever. So they have lots of time to just study everything. And they study everything in this universe, that universe, that universe. They just study everything. Because why not? All they do is study. They don't need anything. They just don't study. Every once in a while, they have new offspring. They just come back to look at us and be like, well, nope, still haven't done it. They're getting close though. Maybe this time, instead of annihilating themselves or being annihilated by some natural disaster or close to annihilated, they'll figure it out. Cross fingers. I mean, last time, I don't know if it was last time, but a while ago, at some point, we fucked over Mars, so, one can hope. Barely escaped that one, so, whatever. Anyway, if you like this story, you can see others at www.fuckreligiouspeopleandthesouth, because why not? And also www.Trump is an asshole, incompetent businessman, and he hates brown people.org. I also love pissing people off. So if you've been pissed off, excellent. I accomplished my mission. I hate my back and I'm pissed off. So when I'm pissed off, I just kind of shoot my rage just all over the place. So, whatever. I feel a little bit better now, though. So, you're welcome. Man. Ay, ay, ay. It'd be interesting to see to see another Civil War, just because the South would be like, the South rises again. We're gonna do it. Fuck you, liberals, and they would get crushed. It would be way worse than before. Be like, we're gonna do it, and be like, It's like, you do know you don't have slaves, right? And a lot of your cities are very black and liberal and like, I'm betting the military, like, if they're told to like bomb U.S. cities and shit, like, it's like, maybe some of them will do that, but I don't know, dude. That's like, I don't know. I think that is like a very over the top order. I don't know. As an individual soldier or as a general, it's like they give you that order, you have to be like. Personally, if I was a general and gave me like the order to order troops to do something like that, there are insurrectionists or something, I'd be like, no, and just no. A city is not in rebellion. I'm not just gonna like order my troops to just bomb, or it's like they're not even protesting. Nothing is happening. Even in that protest in LA, there were like 5 cars burning. It was like nothing compared to the LA riots or any other riot that was out that ever happened. The scale was like fucking zero. It in no way justified what the guy did. And still the National Guard followed orders, which is just pathetic. And it's bad they're not, it's bad those guys that are finishing up their term are not renewing, because they should renew it. At least for the duration of the president's term, because, you know, then you'd be in there. And if he decides to federalize it again, then you're like, it's like, I'm right here. These guys decide to start firing on civilians. I'm right behind these motherfuckers, ready to start shooting the other guys right in the back of the head. Just, I know exactly where the weak points in the fucking body armor are. And I got clear shots. I can take like 5 guys down real quick. Before they even begin to realize where the bullets are coming from. But whatever. You do you. If you want to be that way, be that way. I can understand why you wouldn't want to resign midway, because that probably means forfeiting a pension. And maybe even being subject to a court martial. That would suck. Although Democrat gets back in office, it would be like, you're coming back and you are getting a medal. It's a new medal I made up. It's the fuck fascism medal. And I'm going to reinstate your pension with back inclusiveness, and I'm going to give you back pay. And if Trump died and he has a grave, I'm going to let you piss on it. But we got to dig up the corpse first, you know. As if, you know, just pissing on the grass doesn't really do anything. That's another thing. The way the guy is kind of deteriorating, I don't know. I wonder if Vegas is taking bets on if Biden will die first or Trump. They're pretty much the same age, and Biden has cancer, so maybe. But, you know, Trump, his mind, and, you know, they disclosed his medical condition, and he is looking like he's wearing more and more makeup on the face, and we saw his hand. So what up? You know, he is the way he's talking and everything. Like my dad, before he died, he had dementia. So the way Trump, all his talking and everything, it's all I'm saying is I had dad with dementia before he died. So, and my dad was Trump's age. So that's what I'm saying. So, you know, you can spot similarities. And my dad was a big asshole, and he got nicer. And Trump, charismatic and everything, and Trump was like kind of nice through his whole life. I mean, you see clips of him and everything. Even like 5, 10 years ago, he was pretty nice. Even when he was talking shit about people, he was doing it nice. He was like, "She's a crook. She's a crook. Ah, they're crooks. Ah, they're crooks." No, he's just like, "They're crooks. Ah, I hate them. Fuck them. They're crooks." It's like, so I guess if you're nice when you get dementia, you become an asshole. And if you're an asshole beforehand, you become nice. I don't know. So whatever. I guess that's how that shit works. Like reverses the polarity on your demeanor switch. So, all right. I'm spitballing here. But the big difference is Trump can obviously still walk. My dad could not walk. He could not walk. He was definitely bedridden. Um, and Trump obviously can walk. So I wonder though if he took like a fall, like if he tripped at the top of those Air Force One stairs and like tumbled. I wonder what he would end up like. Like if he tumbled and broke one of his legs, like actually broke like a femur, like just snap that son bitch. What would that? Because you break a bone at that age, that's like 6 months or something. I don't know exactly. Talk to a doctor. But like, you know, as a kid, as a teen, even 20 to 30, it heals a lot faster than you're fucking post 75s. It's like that shit is not healing until you die. It's gonna take like 3 years, unless they take him to fucking Sweden and inject him with fucking pluripotent stem cells and shit. And it might heal within a couple months. And they'd probably have to kill a few dozen babies. Abortion is not a good thing. This report came out. Trump had 13 babies aborted and their stem cells taken from their spines. in order to inject into his femur, in order to have his leg heal faster. And the procedure worked. It will now heal in a matter of a few weeks instead of over 8 months. It's a medical marvel. It's the first time something like this was tried. Republicans hail it as a breakthrough. And they wait to try it on all their old ass people. No one in the US can get an abortion still, because abortion is a travesty upon God. Unless you are Jesus, which Trump is. Alright, that's no bullshit for now. I'm gonna take a nap. Boobs out, people. Boobs out.